Hi, this is Heather Laurie, and we are doing my series Frugal with a Twist. There are lots of times where you see people who are like, I can produce 36 meals in 4 hours. I'm sitting in my walker. I'm not going to be able to do that. In fact, even to come near my food, I needed to take some serious amounts of anti-nausea medication and some painkillers. That's my life. That is a trade-off that I am willing to do in order to provide healthy food for my family. What I wanted to say is that one of the ways that I provide healthy food for my family is slow and steady. I have 4 sets of chicken here that we got on reduced discount, so I saved some money. My husband went in and he found these at Sam's and grabbed them for me. And I'm going to take care of the meat all over here so I'm not cross-contaminating. And then I'm going to put them, I'm going to dump them into a Ziploc baggie with recipes. Here are my recipes, and here is the marker. Please write down the recipe and how long it should cook. Trust me, been there, done that with a bag of something from the freezer. So I have those ready. Another thing I wanted to show you over here is I have 2 crock pots ready that I'm going to instantly put some of this meat in, because if it cooks slow and steady here tonight, I cool it. Tomorrow morning, I'll pull it off the bone and it'll be ready for Taco Tuesday. And these liners will help me tremendously in the cleanup. So each thing I want to have laid out. Now we're going to talk about it when we get to the other side of the kitchen, where I'm putting together the spices and other things, where I've got that laid out. All right? All right, we've opened up the chicken thighs and I portioned them out for my 7-member family into 3 measures. 2 are already in the crock pots ready to go. I just need to put the seasoning on. And then this is ready to go into a Ziploc baggie with the recipe I had planned. Now I did find that these had a lot of gross stuff attached to them, so with a very sharp knife it cuts down a lot on the pressure you have to do, it keeps you safer. I just sat here and peeled off the excess. Now I have lots of chicken legs, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the chicken thighs. I'm going to portion them out per meal, and then these are going to go into Ziploc baggies, and I'm going to do what's called dump meals, such as I will dump, I'll portion a protein, and then I'll put 2 spicy tomato sauce cans on top of that with some salt and pepper. I'll talk about the recipes and I'll even link them in the blog, so you're not going to miss anything. And these are just an added protection for me because my immune system's low and I have a couple of cuts on my hands. I realized that it would be much safer for me if I just grabbed a pair of gloves. It also cuts down on contamination. Once I pull these gloves off, put that in the trash, all of this stuff is over here and will not be touching my spices. Now I am going to finish off a couple of the slow cooker recipes. I'm only going to show you 2 of them, maybe I'll show you 3, because I don't want to make the video too long. And if you want more, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will break it down to maybe one video, one recipe, or a handful of recipes where I just lay it all out right there. Today was more kind of trying to show you how you can do a handful of recipes together, even though you're low energy and maybe you're not feeling great, muscles, not optimum. And so let's look at this very first one, which is buffalo chicken recipe. All right, I've already put the chicken thighs into my crock pot. And into this mixture, I did this over, and that's where I keep all my spices, where I keep it separate from my chicken and my meat and things of that nature. So because I don't have the energy to just sit here and clean up after myself every single time. So I keep one sector of my kitchen for meats, one sector for spices. So this has already been mixed together, and what it is call me crazy, but I can my own wing sauce, I can my own tomato sauce when I have the energy to. It is a big to-do in the summer, but since we are gluten-free and soy-free and all sorts of other things free, it is a huge time saver, and I believe it helps our health tremendously. Then this recipe calls for those 2 of those pints, so 1 quart, 2 packets of ranch, which yes, I know it does have dairy in it, but it is gluten-free. And then 2 of the small containers of Red Hot, but I buy Red Hot in like the mega package. It saves me a lot of time. And again, it is gluten-free. So I mixed all of this together, and all I have to do, ooh, disgusting noise, but yummy, 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 yummy smell. And it will come out absolutely delicious. We'll turn it on. I could go low for about 8 hours or high for 6 hours, and I'm going high. And you nestle that lid right on top, nice and steady. This liner's gonna save me clean up when I'm done, and boom, done. So in here, this again is 1 portion of chicken thighs, and what I'm doing is I'm prepping this for, this is Sunday night, but I'm prepping this for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. And what you see, the spices in there, those are taco spices with chicken and water, just simple water. Both of these were salted, and you're going to have to watch the salt. When you're done with the recipe, you may have to add salt again. That's the nature of crock pot, is it just, with the moisture, it tends to bring the salt out of your meal and flavor to taste. And this one, well, since there are no dials on here, I kind of guesstimate where my low and high is. We're going to get to how to fix that on a crock pot here very, very soon. So I will set that on low. Excuse my dog, he's yelling at some jogger out there. I say, jogger, go, get healthy. So I'm going to set this on low to cook, and then tomorrow morning when it's cooled, I will pull it apart and set it aside for Tuesday. Now here are the chicken legs, and here is another sauce that I made, and this one is my crock pot barbecue sauce, but you'll see it's got some red peppers in it because my family loves some kick. So because I have only 1 set of hands, I will set this up for you and show you how I do it. I've already written on here the name. Some of my Ziploc baggies are the type that zip across. Some of them are the type you're going to have to press together, and you know what? That really depends on your hands. If your hands can handle it, arthritis-wise, you know, go with what works best for you. There are times that I've had to double bag my my bags of food, and again, in the long run, it's cheaper, and I just end up with a couple of extra bags that I know will just cycle through, and no big deal. So what I'm going to do is, with its spice container, I'm going to put in the chicken legs. I'm going to take these and I'm going to portion them out. I believe this is going to end up being 3 separate meals, maybe 4. Definitely, if it's 3, it's going to be leftovers. Then they all go in the freezer or in the refrigerator for this use this week, and I'm done. That's all I needed to do. All right, I am done for the day, and here we have the buffalo chicken, which is ready to go. Here is garlic brown sugar chicken. Here is a Mexican chicken soup. Here is some chicken marinating for tomorrow night's meal. Here is adobo chicken, which is, it's not going to be a crock pot or a casserole or anything. This is actually just marinating and is going to go into the skillet and be fried up. So you have variety in how you cook these items. Here is barbecue legs, and this one I found you can easily put in the oven, kind of as in like a casserole dish and cook, or you can put it in the crock pot, whichever you prefer. Crock pot, the meat's going to be a little more tender and fall off or not. That depends on how your family likes it. And then, let's see, here, let me unhook that. And there's the Mexican. And I don't know about you, but I have kids with autism, so I love to be able to just lock that down. I try to keep this as far back on the counter as possible, but just in case, this gives me a little more security that the hot liquid is not going to come out should one of my children, who doesn't fully comprehend what hot and hot liquids will do, comes over and messes with the crock pot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meals. Okay, 7 meals. And it did take me a couple of hours. It took me help. And I did take breaks. This is not a marathon. Take breaks. Go lay down. Make sure that if you need to check your sugar or something like that, do it. The goal here is to help yourself in the long run, not wipe yourself out on Sunday afternoon or right after you're done grocery shopping. So I want you to know, I'm sitting here, I'm in my power chair. It may not be the easiest thing in the world, but it's healthier. It is more frugal, which means a lot less stress for me. It shows my children that hard work pays off, and I feel productive. So when I can, making meals like this and making them in a large batch is actually much more efficient than one meal a day, several times a day. All right, so thank you very much. If you like this, subscribe. If you want specific recipes, hey, let me know. This is interactive. Let's talk together, okay? And I will catch you next time. This is Heather Laurie from SpecialNeedsHomeschooling.com and PrudentPantry.org. That's where I tend to have a lot more of my recipes and frugal tips on. Okay? Bye-bye.